So if you're launching Google Ads in 2025 and you're letting AI take the wheel, you're probably wasting thousands without realizing it. Here's what Google's not telling you, especially when it comes to new accounts for brands looking to break into the Google Ads ecosystem. My name is Jackson Blackledge and I'm the founder and CEO of Echelonn. We manage Google Ads for brands like Snow, Icon Amsterdam, Bulk Nutrients, One by Lamborghini, College & Co, or the coaches within Daily Mentor, which is Davey Fogarty's e-commerce community. Every single month, we spend millions of dollars on Google Ads for e-commerce brands. That is all we do. So let's dive in. Google's AI Campaign Builder is their latest push to automate campaign creation. And this is built into your Google Ads dashboard as you set up an ad campaign. You feed it your website along with details around your business as you set up a campaign, and you'll see it start to create AI recommendations. From an outside perspective, this is huge. Campaign structure determines everything: your reach, your costs, your conversion rates. And you get it wrong, you're burning cash. When we tested the campaign builder, here's what actually happened. It lumps everything into one ad group. It's like hiring a salesperson who pitches everything to everyone. Even worse, it only recommended broad match keywords. For those who don't know, broad match is like telling Google, show my ads for everything remotely related to my keywords. The problem with this is you're letting Google decide what's relevant to your business. And Google's idea of relevance might be very different from what actually converts for you. And sadly, this goes against almost every part of good advertising. Instead, here's what you should do. Firstly, you need to create separate campaigns for different product categories. You need to assess between exact and phrase match as well and compare this to your brand size, and then start with manual campaign building and layer in automation. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but at least the AI can write good ad copy, right? Well, let's dive into that. Google's AI now offers to write all of your ad copy. It promises to create optimized headlines and descriptions based on your website, content and competitor analysis. Look, everyone knows ad copy directly impacts your click-through rates and conversion rates. Bad ad copy means wasted ad spend, no matter how good your targeting is. At Echelonn, we analyzed over 1,000 AI-generated ads across multiple accounts, leveraging LLMs. Here's the truth. The way AI learns is essentially by averaging out everyone's ad copy. It's learning from everything out there, good and bad. So the copy that you receive is, at the end of the day, pretty average. Look at these real examples. AI generated quality women's athletic wear. Shop now. Default Shopify women's athletic leggings, black. The first two are technically correct, but both are completely forgettable. But when you're competing in search results, that is what you don't want to be. Not to mention, when we asked it to generate site links, it showed no understanding of the best ones to use. Collection pages, seasonal deals, and completely ignored those best practices. You want an ad copy that helps you think, but also speaks to that target audience and presents your offer in the most attractive ways possible. Ad copy isn't even the biggest problem with AI and Google Ads at the moment. Let me show you something else that's costing advertisers millions. As you're probably aware, Performance Max is Google's flagship AI campaign type that promises to automatically find your best customers across all Google's properties. It advertises across display network, search, YouTube, Discover, shopping, and it's incredibly powerful. But to be honest, it's a staple campaign we use in our prospecting setup for clients. But in the last year, we've done over 100 audits, and most of the time we're finding that nearly 80% of Performance Max traffic often comes from branded searches or retargeted customers, and people who already know your brand that you're paying premium prices who are already going to potentially buy from you anyways. Yes, you don't own these customers if they've shopped with you or not, but you don't want to be paying these sort of prices to get these customers back. And unfortunately, that's what happens when you don't add the manual human element to something as powerful as PMax. For it to work correctly, we've seen across our client portfolio that you need to do the following. You need to create specific asset groups in Performance Max to different campaign objectives. For example, if you're running a seasonal campaign for Valentine's Day or Easter, you want asset groups with specific creatives tailored to those campaigns. Secondly, you need to disable branded search for Performance Max or branded search. Thirdly, the manual controls we implement that you should as well is separate budgets for branded versus non-branded and custom audience segments for different funnel stages. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not completely against Google's AI. At the moment, it's not there. Can it get there? 100%. At the end of the day, there's two types of AI. Things managing your campaigns and the engine for the campaigns. Things that adjust your bids, optimize targeting. And for Google, that engine has been around for a while. I want to hit on a specific example here. Google has offered multiple AI bidding strategies like target ROAS, target CPA, and maximize conversions for a while. This is crucial because your bidding strategy determines how every dollar is spent. We've seen brands waste thousands by letting AI bid aggressively on the wrong keywords or chase the wrong goals. But when you get it right, you can actually scale quite profitably. Now, knowing which to choose will entirely depend on your brand, your strategy, the KPIs that you want on branded versus non-branded. But one thing I want to mention is that even though AI bidding works very well, manual control is still huge in your overall marketing mix. For example, when it comes to branded campaigns, we've seen massive uplift every single time that we've switched to manual bidding. And this brings me to my last point. Google is rolling out new AI features almost monthly. Automated bidding to creative optimization. Understanding what AI can and can't do helps you know where to focus your time and resources. AI will only get better. As we know, ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, it all improves week by week. With AI especially, like 3 years feels like 10 years worth of improvements. And that begs the question, in 5 years or so, can you automate your entire campaign? To be honest, this is what I think AI will eventually handle. AI will handle basic keyword selection, basic bid and budget management, simple audience targeting, standard ad testing. To a degree, AI is already handling some of these things. And that's the engine behind what you as an advertiser should familiarize yourself with so you can use them to the max. But when it comes to AI building the campaign for you, I believe you'll always need a human to be that campaign architecture and designer, budget allocation strategy, creative direction, performance analysis, landing page optimization, and strategy which landing pages to use with your channels. The point is, if you want campaigns that are the average of all the ones out there, absolutely try out AI and let it run for you. But if you want to scale to 6, 7, 8 figures worth of spend every month, you will need a bespoke strategy that involves humans. With that being said, if you want to stay updated on Google Ads strategies that actually work, subscribe to our newsletter below. We share weekly insights on what's working right now in Google Ads for our clients in the industry, including topics such as AI. No fluff, just actionable insights and tactics that you can implement today. Once again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.